YTs and Starseeds, was good with y'all, man? Back with another video today. Once it is day 16, no FAP/sin retention. So we finna get into it. So I want to say it was one of my very first, one of my videos I talked about mirror gazing and how it could help you, basically, a little danger there. Basically, to love your imperfections, pretty much, and also to dive deep into your own soul. But I have more description on mirror gazing here. So, mirror gazing is a ancient Greeks theory here, and the ancient Greeks would consult a psychomantium, aka Oracle of the Dead, and also the Greeks got it from the shamans. So it's really a shaman tradition, and I believe I'm gonna do a video about shamans, but I'm gonna give you a little bit about the shamans' background. Shamans basically they are perceived to be the ones that are connected to the spiritual world, like all the time. Like, they do all types of dances and meditations to connect it to the spiritual world and things like that. So that's just a little taste of what the shamans do, what the shamans are known for. So actually, I'm gonna talk about the shamans in this video. So the shamans originated in Siberia. They began there around 30,000 years ago. The word shamanism comes from a word of the Manaya Tungus tribe from Siberia, which means one who knows. Siberia is where indigenous tribes would gather sometimes poisonous and highly psychoactive mushroom called Amanita muscaria. So I'm talking about the psychoactive mushroom. So I remember one time I was watching this animated series. I think it's called CS Manos. CS Manos? Yeah, CS Manos. And basically, the series was about three, I guess, so-called friends trying to avenge their Sifu, aka Master. So, but there was this one lady in the series, and she always had mushrooms with her, and she was very connected to the spiritual world. So when the three friends needed help from her to get into the spiritual world, try to talk to their Sifu, they would contact her, and she would take these mushrooms in order to go to the spiritual world. So I was like, okay, yeah, this lady got to be shaman. Because I want to say I discovered this. No, actually, I didn't know she was shaman until I discovered this like a couple months ago. So I was like, okay, so she must have been shaman then. So that's the thing about the mushrooms here. Also, I didn't write it down, but I don't know why I remember this, which is weird. But I'm a weird person, so I guess it's cool. But the tradition with the mushroom is pretty big. Like, I want to say it's red and white. Wow, I just thought about that. Guess what? What other mushroom is red and white? Toad from Mario Kart. I didn't realize that. But anyway, anyway, so they would take this mushroom because it was so poisonous. They would have to urinate on this mushroom to kill those poisonous traits of that mushroom so they could consume it into their rituals. So that's the thing about the psychoactive mushroom. And it's a shaman trend, an old shaman tradition. So I'm gonna read off where I left. So this might be the oldest spiritual practice in the world. It is based on the belief that everything is living and has a spirit. Shamanism is thought to be the key to existence as long as shamanic rituals are practiced, we will continue to exist. Shamans are a link between our plane and higher planes of existence. They link to the spirit world in order to heal, contact dead ancestors, influence the weather, and uplift consciousness. So, yeah, shamans are a pretty big deal. At one point, I thought like my ancestors were shaman because because when I started looking up mirror gazing, I actually, I actually was like, let me go deeper into it because I knew about mirror gazing like a year ago. And I just started mirror gazing, and actually, when I started mirror gazing, it scared me a little bit because I never really looked into my soul like that. Like I actually like saw my demons. Like I actually saw like the demons I was battling while I was mirror gazing, and it kind of scared me. I was just like, yo, because it was a new experience, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck is this? And it seemed like every time I walked by my mirror, it was just calling out to me. But you know what's crazy though? I actually started mirror gazing at a very young age. I just stopped doing it. Like when I was living with my parents, when I was living with my parents, I want to say I started back in like 5th grade, going into middle school. I started looking myself in the mirror. Like I actually started staring in the mirror at myself, and I can tell you in detail what happened here when I actually like got into that got into that meditation zone. By the time I got into it, my folks, what's taking you so long in the bathroom? Breaking my whole meditation. So after that, I just stopped doing it. So now I guess I'm just picking back up where I started. And I want to say I said this in the other video. Uh, I usually meditate 10 minutes if I can. If not, I meditate 5, and that actually helps me a lot. Like I just be prep talking, like talking to myself in the mirror, and then just basically falling in love with myself over and over and over again every day, pretty much. But yes, mirror gazing is a way that you can contact your ancestors. I didn't write it down here, but the ritual is you sit in front of a mirror, and it's actually better with I guess you call it a stand up mirror, where you can see your whole body. Um, so you put the mirror there, you sit in front of the mirror, and then you turn off the lights, and you put candles. You put candles around the mirror. Like you're not supposed to see your reflection. Well, I'm sorry, you're not supposed to see your eyes, but you're supposed to see like your reflection, and you're supposed to stare in your reflection. And you're not supposed to have any jewelry on while you're doing this. So you stare at your reflection, and it has been studies where people would stare, and it's not like it's gonna pop up the first day. Like no, that's not how it happens. You have to do this on a constant basis. Like give it a week or two, And usually the studies say that people stare in the mirror for about an hour or so, and they started seeing things, like they started seeing their ancestors and things like that. Me personally, I have tried mirror gazing, and actually I wasn't doing it for an hour, but I was doing it for like 10 minutes for like 2 or 3 weeks span. And I kid you not, because this is what I was doing. I was doing half mirror gazing with the lights off, and then 5 minutes mirror gazing with the lights on. And when I turned the light on, it's like I seen my granddad, but I've never seen him before. Like my granddad on my dad's side, but I've never seen him. He deceased before I was even born, so I never got to see him. And when I looked myself in the mirror, I was like, and then it was weird. I was like, yo, that's what my granddad looked like. Like I actually seen what my granddad looked. I was like, yo, that's wild. You know what I'm saying? So it actually works. Like I took off my this what I had. I took that off. I just started staring, and I actually had a candle lit on at the base of the mirror. I was just staring at my reflection. But yeah, it actually works though. But but yeah, that's the deal on mirror gazing. You could mirror gaze to contact your ancestors, or you can mirror gaze, you know what I'm saying, with light, and you could just dive deep into your soul. Either way, you're diving deep into your soul because your ancestors never leave you. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this video. That's all I had about mirror gazing. Make sure y'all take care of your body, your mind, your soul. Live every day like it should last. Take every moment as an opportunity to become better. All right, man. I'm out, y'all. Love. Peace.